In the wild world of the UFC, few journeys are as captivating as seeing a fighter finally get their long-awaited title shot. These resilient athletes often spend years battling setbacks, tough competition, and the ever-changing politics of MMA. For some, the path to championship contention seems cruelly elusive, marked by ups, downs, and heartbreaking near misses. Today, we're highlighting 10 UFC fighters who overcame years of adversity to finally earn their title shot. These are stories of grit, patience, and a refusal to be denied, and each one reminds us why MMA remains the most unpredictable sport on the planet. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss our deep dives and breakdowns. Khamzat Chimaev, relentless pursuit and breakthrough glory. There has rarely been as much hype and expectation surrounding a prospect as there was for Khamzat Chimaev when he erupted onto the UFC scene in 2020. Racking up wins across two divisions with unprecedented speed, he quickly became a fan favorite for his dominant wrestling and ferocious pursuit of finishes. But despite an unbeaten record, Chimaev's path to the title was anything but straightforward. Setbacks due to illness and injuries consistently stalled his momentum, and matchmaking politics meant his seemingly guaranteed shot was perpetually delayed. After years of frustration and a string of impressive wins, including a dominant submission over Robert Whittaker in late 2024, Chimaev finally received his championship chance at UFC 319 in August 2025. Facing fellow rising star Dricus du Plessis, Chimaev unleashed a record-setting 529 strikes and controlled well over 21 minutes on the mat to win the UFC middleweight crown by unanimous decision. It was the culmination of 5 years of hype, setbacks, and an unwavering belief in his destiny. If you appreciate epic journeys like Chimaev's, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more MMA history and breakdowns.
Just like that! Didn't have to even think about a takedown, and we knew that he's got the kickboxing, and my God, he just proved it.
Michael Bisping, the ultimate underdog's arrival. For over a decade, Michael Bisping was the definition of perseverance in the UFC. Entering the promotion in 2006, Bisping faced top-tier opponents but was constantly overlooked in favor of flashier contenders. He suffered high-profile setbacks to the likes of Dan Henderson and Wanderlei Silva, yet his work ethic never wavered. Years of consistent victories marked Bisping as a tenacious gatekeeper, but it seemed a title shot would always elude him. That changed in 2016 when, as a late replacement, Bisping finally got his chance against Luke Rockhold at UFC 199. Against all odds, in what was his 26th UFC fight, Bisping knocked out Rockhold and became middleweight champion, a fitting reward for a career spent clawing for respect.
I help but laugh because it does bring a smile to my face.
Almost like I couldn't believe it. It was like a movie. It was one of those things because you were a big underdog coming to that fight.
Charles Oliveira, from journeyman to lightweight king. Charles Oliveira's journey is a tale of transformation. Joining the UFC as a promising but inconsistent featherweight, Oliveira bounced between wins and losses for years. Despite his clear submission skills, setbacks in big fights led some to dismiss his championship potential. It wasn't until Oliveira returned to lightweight and strung together a remarkable win streak that the narrative shifted. After 27 UFC appearances, many in unheralded spots on the card, Oliveira finally secured his chance at the vacant lightweight belt against Michael Chandler at UFC 262. He seized the moment spectacularly, knocking out Chandler and capping one of the sport's most dramatic career turnarounds.
Promises to be different.
Oliveira is so nasty on the ground. As I said, when he was walking out, one of the best submission artists ever in any division.
Glover Teixeira, age as just a number. Glover Teixeira is living proof that persistence pays off, even if it takes longer than expected. After initially struggling to secure a US visa, Teixeira didn't make his UFC debut until 2012, already in his early 30s. Despite quickly establishing himself as a top contender, a loss to John Jones in his first title shot seemed to spell the end of his championship aspiration. For the next several years, Teixeira remained an elite light heavyweight, but watched younger fighters leapfrog leapfrog past him. In 2021, nearing 42 years old and fighting in his 21st UFC bout, Teixeira finally got another title opportunity, this time against Jan Blachowicz. Defying the odds and expectations, he won by submission and became the oldest first-time champion in UFC history. If you're enjoying these incredible comeback stories, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more amazing MMA content.
That jab.
Oh! Oh, he hurt him.
You saw the knees go a little bit.
Oh, Glover Teixeira's got him flattened out. Oh, he's attacking his neck. Oh, my God.
Oh, there it is! Glover Teixeira breaks through at 42!
Wow.
Teixeira has done it!
Whoa!
That's insane!
He did it!
Dominick Cruz, battling injuries and time. Dominick Cruz's name is synonymous with technical mastery in MMA, but his path was fraught with setbacks. After a reign as UFC bantamweight champion, Cruz spent years sidelined by catastrophic injuries, multiple ACL tears, and long rehabilitation periods that kept him away from the cage while the division moved on. Many doubted he'd ever return to championship form. When Cruz finally fought his way back, his title shot against TJ Dillashaw in 2016 wasn't just a shot at the belt, it was redemption for years lost. Cruz's split decision win reaffirmed both his place at the top and the value of relentless self-belief.
Is tonight the greatest moment of Dominick Cruz's life?
No. The greatest moment in my life was realizing that I didn't need a belt to be happy.
Robbie Lawler, the gritty comeback. Robbie Lawler's UFC journey started in the early Zuffa days, but after initial stardom, he left the promotion and fought across various organizations. His return in 2013 was seen by most as a last run, not a road to gold. Lawler, however, defied expectations, delivering brutal wars and showcasing a rejuvenated fighting style. After years in the wilderness and 14 UFC fights without a title shot, Lawler finally got the chance to contest the vacant welterweight belt against Johnny Hendricks at UFC 171. Although losing a razor-thin decision, he got another crack and ultimately won the title in an unforgettable bout with Hendricks. Lawler's story is one of revival and tenacity.
It's just been an amazing journey. I got a lot of guys behind me, thanks to the fans, but this wasn't easy. I wanted to fight, I wanted to keep fighting as long as it took, and I wanted to win this title. Thank you everybody for coming out, I did it!
Jan Blachowicz, the Polish power finds its moment. Jan Blachowicz arrived in the UFC with high hopes, but early losses cast doubt on his future. For years, Blachowicz was viewed as a gatekeeper in the light heavyweight division, losing more than he won against top-tier talent. Yet he kept plugging away, refining his Polish power, and stacking up victories over elite competition. By 2020, Blachowicz's persistence paid dividends when he was booked to fight Dominic Reyes for the vacant 205-pound title at UFC 253, his 14th UFC contest. Blachowicz captured gold with a destructive TKO, fulfilling a dream that had seemed distant for years.
I didn't notice it until now. I'm looking at it. Oh, they're slinging. There's that left kick from Reyes.
Reyes really starting to open up, but Jan Blachowicz continues to land. 30 seconds to go in the round.
Oh! Big left from Jan Blachowicz. He's up. Reyes in a world of trouble.
Dustin Poirier, wins, losses, and second chances. Dustin Poirier embodies the blue-collar fighting spirit. Having joined the UFC in 2011, Poirier competed in 2 divisions, racking up victories but falling short in key moments, most notably against Conor McGregor and Michael Johnson. Undeterred, Poirier refined his skills and strung together an impressive series of wins over former champions like Max Holloway and Eddie Alvarez. After 22 UFC fights, Poirier finally earned his title shot against Khabib Nurmagomedov in 2019 for the lightweight belt. While he fell short, Poirier's years-long climb remains one of the most inspiring tales in UFC history.
What was it like, that moment where an entire arena is rocking for you in your retirement fight?
I'm here with Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
To go on this journey. Such a great experience. I mean, I want to thank the UFC for giving a kid a platform to make something of his life.
Joseph Benavidez, perennial Contenders heartbreak. Joseph Benavidez's career is often referenced as the ultimate example of a perennial contender who always seemed to miss the mark. Benavidez debuted in the UFC in 2011 and immediately established himself as one of the flyweight division's best. Yet, he spent years overshadowed by dominant champions like Demetrius Johnson. Benavidez earned multiple title shots, each time falling agonizingly close. But his persistence has never been questioned. After nearly a decade and 20 UFC appearances, his last chance at the belt came against Davison Figueiredo in 2020. Although he never captured gold, Benavidez's endless pursuit stands as a lesson in resilience. Tony Ferguson, the uncrowned lightweight king. Tony Ferguson's title journey is unlike any other, a story filled with mishaps, injuries, and fate's cruel hand. Ferguson put together a legendary 12-fight win streak in the UFC lightweight division, earning the interim belt in 2017 before being forced to relinquish it due to injury. Despite being widely considered the division's top contender, his long-awaited undisputed title shot remained frustratingly out of reach thanks to repeated issues, canceled fights, and the rise of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Even though Ferguson never secured the official title fight he deserved, his career-long campaign to reach the pinnacle illustrates how hard and sometimes unfair the path to a UFC championship can be. Al Iaquinta, the reluctant Warriors title opportunity. Al Iaquinta was never supposed to be in a UFC title fight. Known for his tough, gritty performances and no-nonsense attitude, Iaquinta quietly racked up wins over quality opponents. In 2018, he stepped up on 24 hours' notice to face Khabib Nurmagomedov for the lightweight title at UFC 223. It was Iaquinta's 13th UFC bout, and while the circumstances were wild, his willingness to step into the spotlight for a golden opportunity after years of waiting in the shadows made headlines around the world. Iaquinta went 5 rounds with the future Hall of Famer, earning respect from fans and fighters alike.
Whatever, man. Are you guys booing me? Are you guys? You better not boo me. I fought my ass off. You.
Conclusion: the UFC continues to be a crucible where the toughest athletes battle not just opponents, but the obstacles life throws their way. These 10 fighters are reminders that the journey to the top is rarely straightforward. Years of heartbreak, hard work, and relentless determination are often the prelude to that one night when everything comes together. For each of these men, getting their long-awaited title shot transcended the cage. It was a validation of courage, an exclamation point on years spent chasing a dream that never faded. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose journey inspired you the most?